Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. If it's your first time seeing me, go ahead and like this video because I know you're gonna like it already. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you never miss another upload. And if you already are subscribed, hey babies, welcome back. I am a spiritual mentor. All of my content here is about healing you and helping you reach your highest self. Let's go ahead and get into the affirmation card for this video. So our affirmation card for today's video says, the point of power is always in the present moment. The point of power is always in the present moment. The back of this card says, the past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take back my own power. I am safe and I am free. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. Y'all might need to rewind that one more time. But this is a beautiful affirmation to get us started. So today, guys, we're going to be talking all about the spring equinox. I'm going to tell you guys what the spring equinox is, what it represents, and some things that you want to be doing during the spring equinox. It's always a good time to be on the lookout for the spring equinox whenever winter is coming to an end and we're about to get into spring. The spring equinox, actually what it is in nature, it's when the sun is directly above the Earth's equator. And when the sun is directly above the Earth's equator on that day, there is equal night and equal day. So the two hemispheres of Earth get equal night and equal day on that particular day. And it represents a space of beginning. It represents a space of new life. It represents a space of new paths, new ideas, new creative fresh starts. The spring equinox is essentially the beginning of the year. Some people have gone from December, since December represents, 10 and November is 9, but December is the 12th month and November is the 11th month. So of course we know the calendar year that we look at isn't the original calendar. We know that. But spring obviously is the beginning of the year. It's the start of the year, our energetic year. And it makes sense because in winter, things are in hibernation, things are dying off, things are cold, things are dark, things are dreary, things are still in their period of kind of being covered and being locked away and, being inside, being hidden. And then you have the energy of spring comes around where things warm back up, animals come back out, we have birds singing again, flowers blooming, things coming back to life. Of course, that makes sense for it to be our new year. And we talk about this so often because a lot of times we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to have this new beginning in the dead of winter on January 1st. But this is actually when the new year begins. So the spring equinox really represents new life, a rebirth, an opportunity to basically, set some new things into motion. It's a great time to create life, create projects, manifest, and just really kind of get your thoughts together. Also, because of how we traditionally look at January, I definitely will feel like if there were a lot of things that you were working on in January and in February, issues that you had, mistakes that you had, obstacles that you had, conflicts that you came across, what did these things show you in terms of, what you need to do differently, setting goals in the future? So there's so much that we can learn from the first 2 months of the year that can be beneficial for us in the space of the spring equinox. But let's just talk about some things that you can do in the spring equinox. Also, I feel like this brings a lot of clarity as well. Kind of like, the snow melting, the cold washing away. We have more sun, so things look differently when the sun is out. A lot of places are very cloudy and very dreary before spring comes in. So it brings a lot of new energies, kind of the energy of a new moon and a full moon all at once, the energy of manifesting and the energy of release, so again, let's get into some things that you can do for the spring equinox. So cleaning on the inside and on the outside. This is a great time to clean your home, clean out your car, clean out your closet, your backpack, your bags, literally get rid of stuff. If you haven't worn something in the last 6 months, if you haven't worn it in the last year, possibly if you have things that you picked up on last year that you don't use anymore, you don't have a use for these things, you want to get rid of these things. This is the time to cut dead weight. This is the time to just, release things that you do not need. So I would definitely recommend intentionally cleansing your space. So that means cleaning your home, deep cleaning your home, and then going through and sweeping with cinnamon or sea salt or lavender or whatever the case may be, playing sound bowls in your home, lighting incense in your home, lighting white candles in your home, praying over your home. This is definitely the time to set the intention for your space. If there are certain tools that you've been needing to get, like certain investments that you've been needing to make, I would say this is a good time to make certain investments. Like if you've been waiting to get a computer to start your business, if you've been waiting to get a label printer to start your business, if you've been waiting to invest in, a machine to start making your cups or start making your t-shirts or whatever the case may be, now is the time to say to yourself, I am here, I am alive, I want to be alive, I value my life. This is a very important moment that you don't want to let pass. It's kind of like if you've been feeling down for a long time and, it's been raining a long time. You can be like, yeah, I've been feeling down, but also it's been raining outside, so you can kind of blame some of that energy you've been feeling on the weather. But what if it's a bright sunny day and you still stay inside? Then you're kind of reinforcing to yourself like, wow, even if I have an opportunity to change my energy, even if I do see the sun shining through my window, I rather close it and stay within, so now I know it's not just the weather, it's something going on with me. And that's something to be mindful of as well. If you know that the spring equinox is coming, if you can feel the energy shift, if you can feel and see the sun coming out more, if you can just know that spring is upon us and you aren't feeling any differently, if you still feel like you're stuck in the same doubt, the same rut, the same confusion, then that's a space to be mindful of. That's something that you would want to cleanse. That's something that you would want to release. No matter what your intentions are in this space, there is an opportunity to learn something differently about yourself and learn something different about where you're going as well. So yeah, cleansing your home, cleansing yourself is going to be great. Also, I would definitely recommend doing releasing work as well, writing a letter about the things you've been experiencing in the last couple of months that you don't want to carry into, the rest of the year. Even if you just reflect on these things or prepare yourself a self-love bath, and you just take some time to reflect, all of those things are going to be great to just make sure you connect in those spaces. Also, some things that you can do for the spring equinox, of course, is work with nature. So working with nature is going to be incredible for the spring equinox. This is also traditionally what a lot of cultures have done, tended to their garden, started a garden, started to plant something new, trying different things. You just have that energy of the earth reawakening, the earth waking back up, the earth taking a big stretch, and just taking us back into the space of the sun. And we have the summer up next. Like, I love spring. I love the summer. Like, this is my time. So I always feel the creative energy and the creative push. So this is a time to take advantage of that in nature. So definitely gardening, also grounding work is going to be really powerful as well. Getting your feet in some grass. And even if you wanted to do some journaling or even leave an offering for your ancestors in nature, this would be a great time to just kind of, rededicate some things to the earth, bring a fruit offering, by a lake, or bring a fruit offering to a tree, just sit under a tree, spend some time in nature, breathe in the fresh air, and be intentional about it. In the next couple of days, make sure that as you're breathing in that air, you're doing so from a space of, I know this is going to bless me, I know this is going to heal me, I know this is going to give me exactly what I need. You just want to be mindful of those energies that you're going to be partaking in 110%. And also releasing work. So I mentioned before in my video where I talked about 10 ways to release, you can bury things to release them. I definitely think the spring equinox would be a good time to bury something, especially as we get up into the days of the spring equinox. The spring equinox is on the 20th of March. So I definitely would think, it would be good to bury something, speak those words into a crystal, write those things into a letter and bury them. You can check out my 10 ways to release to check out some more information on that. But working with nature is going to be so powerful. Even creating some water, some moon water. We have a new moon in Aries in a couple of days as well. Working with some moon water, using that moon water for your garden, different things like that is definitely going to be beneficial, as we step into the spring equinox energies. Also, rise with the sun. I definitely think in the colder months, we stay in bed more. I definitely feel since the time has changed, my morning schedule has been a little bit off. So, rising with the sun, getting up early in the morning, being able to see the sunrise, literally lifting with the sun is so symbolic for so many different reasons, and I definitely feel it can change the trajectory of your day. If you typically have low energy, I would recommend literally making sure you set your alarm 10 minutes before sunrise and going outside and rising with the sun, having a cup of tea, a cup of water, some orange juice, a smoothie, something. Even if you just sit out there and take a few deep breaths as the sun rises, I guarantee you will feel different. We get so much energy from the sun. The sun provides so much for us. So just sitting out there while the sun rises or being intentional with your mornings, I think is a great way to, of course, celebrate the spring equinox and bring in those energies. Also creating your own cleanse. So if you know that there are certain things that you've been battling with since the beginning of the year, or even certain things that you've been battling with since last year that you haven't actually dealt with, now would be the perfect time to deal with those things. So I would definitely recommend, if you were going to use herbs, use things like lavender, eucalyptus, rosemary, chamomile, rose, things that reinforce your love for yourself, things that reinforce your strength for yourself and with yourself, things that cleanse your energy, that cleanse your mind and your spirit. But think specifically about what you have going on. I definitely think if you are the type of person that has issues creating their own spiritual routines or creating your own spiritual practices, now would be a great time to create something. Think about the things that make you feel good, like you could so easily do a yoga routine and have a certain type of music or a certain frequency playing in the background. And that could be really beneficial for your healing and for cleansing your energy. You could do a certain type of spiritual bath. You can do a self-care day where you do your favorite things. And at the end of the day, you can do some journaling. Like, there's so many different ways that you can cleanse your energy, but just be mindful of what makes you feel good, what makes you feel refreshed, and lean on that. But I think this would be a great time to create your own cleanse, something that's powerful, something that's just for you, that's really specific to the things that you need the most. Like, for example, if you really need to bring some love in your life, if you have a lot of trauma or things you're releasing in love, I would definitely say doing a self-love day. If you have a lot of issues in finances and you need to cleanse some self-doubt or things in finances, I would say do some window shopping, get some information or some inspiration rather for a vision board, for a digital vision board. Use that to get organized. Look up some different things on Amazon that you can get to help you stay organized. Bring whatever you want into your own space and do it with a cleansing intention. If you need to add anything into your life, if you need to turn anything around, bring it into your own space, but have cleansing your energy in mind as you're stepping into that. Also, list and plans. So when we're talking about lists and plans, I would definitely recommend creating a list of some goals that you have. So if there are certain specific things that you want to do in the coming months, or just that you want to do in the next year, I would tell you to write a list of those things. And as you write that list, also write 2 or 3 actual practical things that you could do for each goal. So if you have a goal to make 6 figures, what are you going to do to make 6 figures? If you have a goal to get a new car, what are you going to do to get that car? If you have a goal to start your YouTube channel, what are you going to do to start that YouTube channel? If I want to get 100K subscribers, what am I going to do to make sure I do that? Write a few things that you can do every single day, and you don't have to do these things every day, but you want these things to be simple. If I want 100K, then maybe I need to film more videos or edit more videos or constantly be researching content for videos. If I know that I want to buy a car, maybe I need to do more research into buying a car, into financing, into credit. Maybe I need to make sure that I understand the language, or whatever the case may be. Look into different options. But yeah, there's so many different ways that we can put practical means behind the things that we want to manifest. And I feel like that's one of the biggest blockages we have when we try to manifest. Yes, I want $1 million. Yes, I want the marriage of my dreams. Yes, I want the house of my dreams. Yes, I want a dream vacation or a dream career, but I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to step into it. Usually there is something that we are aware that we can do, whether it means getting more organized, making lists, cleaning up behind yourself more, budgeting better, releasing things from the past. There's always something that you can do right now to prepare you for your future. And when you have those things in mind, it kind of just allows you to be a little more confident in yourself, because yes, I want to be a millionaire, and maybe that's a really long way away, but at least I can do this today to make sure that I'm working towards that. And when you see yourself every day working towards those things, you're more than likely to just remain confident, remain faithful, and really be able to get to the finish line. when you need to get there. So yeah, creating lists, creating plans, being mindful about what you want to bring into your life and how you want to bring it into your life is going to be key as well. And the last thing is to reflect. So like I said, you know, we've gone through a lot these last couple of months. We've experienced a lot these last few months. I'm definitely still in a Saturn return space. So you know, just collectively, there's been a lot going on. We've all been experiencing a lot. So I think reflecting is beautiful to do during the spring equinox, because hindsight is 2020. And I guarantee you, if you take some time to intentionally reflect on the things you experienced in the last couple of months, you will get so much more clarity on it. You will understand it so much more. It'll literally make so much more sense to you now than it did a couple of months ago, because you gave yourself that time to reflect. I would also recommend doing a few of these other exercises, you know, like maybe writing a list before you step into that space of reflection, because it's always easier to reflect when you've already kind of, you know, started down a new journey, because for whatever reason, it kind of feels like you're a little bit separated. You know, the further in your past that is, and the further in your past that feels to you, the easier it'll be for you to look at it and deal with it. You know, if you have a breakup, you know, and 2 weeks later you try to deal with it, you might not even want to focus on that or deal with that. But if you meet somebody in 3 weeks, you might be like, oh, I can totally, you know, look at it and think about it, because now it's so much more in my past. I've done so many new things. But if you, you know, stay single for 6 months and never deal with it, you might feel like it just happened yesterday, you know? So as we move forward in life, as we evolve, we're able to, you know, just understand things a little bit differently, see things a little bit differently, and we're able to connect better with the future version of us that understands why we had to go through that in the first place, you know? And of course, as you move forward, you'll understand more and more. It'll make more and more sense to you. But definitely, I think reflecting would be great to do as we wrap up this year. Just spending some time to think about what is going on with you, thinking about what happened in the last couple of months. And if you've been feeling incredible, if you've been feeling amazing, then really show a lot of gratitude for that. But just focus on how you can make it better. You know, everybody, I'm sure, hasn't been having a rough couple of months, you know. There's always balance. I'm sure some people have been, you know, living La Vida Loca for the last couple of months, and that is fabulous. Even more so, you know, a reason to show gratitude and a reason to reflect on what you've successed in, a reason to reflect on what you've succeeded in, and how you can see more of that in the future. So yes, guys, this was just a little quick tea about the spring equinox, so you can understand what energies we're stepping into in a couple of days, and also so you can see, you know, what would be good for you to do and tap into, and so you can just be familiar with the energy of the spring equinox. I am also still doing new moon experience spreads where you can get spring equinox insights, and if you guys are interested in that, you can check the top of the description box to see how you can get a tarot and oracle reading with me, a manifestation plan for this new moon in Aries, and also some spring equinox insights as well. So yes, I appreciate you guys. If you already have some things planned for the spring equinox, then let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys as well. Also, guys, the book club is about to start our next read, so make sure you guys check us out at Enlighten Reads for the book club. But yes, I will see you guys later. I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys for being here. Bye guys. Bless.